heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Hey everybody, Lady Cheryl here. I just want to come on for a few minutes while I have power. As you know, it's very cold in North Texas. I live in Mesquite, Texas, and the temperatures are freezing, and our city is not equipped to handle, the state really is not equipped to handle these type of temperatures. And I had a power outage for about 12 hours yesterday. Now they're doing rollover power outages. The way it was explained to me that some areas the power will be out and other areas it'll be on, and then they'll rotate so that we don't lose power completely. But for some people, especially those with young children, infants, and they don't have any other source of heat, like kerosene lamps, or in my case, I have a gas stove and fireplace. I really feel sorry for those people because I live in a really nice middle-class residential neighborhood, and last night I had got so many alerts on my Ring system, you know, with the camera surveillance and all that, about theft. People were just actually stealing firewood right off of folks' property. So it's pretty bad. And when you're desperate, I know sometimes you'll do things that you shouldn't do. And I don't condone anybody stealing. It's better to be prepared, especially when we were already forewarned. I did everything I could, and I videotaped it and showed you what I did in my greenhouse. But I'm not giving up on the plants. It's currently 4 degrees, like I said, outside, but it's 21 degrees in there. And I have a lot of things covered up, so almost everything in there covered up. So I'm just going to hope for the best. But I'm not going to be devastated if I lose everything, because I know I can get it again. God blessed me once, he'll bless me again. So this morning, I just want to show you real quickly how I put these grow lights around my dining room table and a couple other little things that I did. So when the power goes out, because it's going to go out again, I'll be ready. And all of the plants, as you can see here, are perky and they're just looking wonderful. I'm very, very, very pleased with their progress. I have worked too hard to let all of this go. Okay, my children have offered me to come and stay with them. I have 2 children that live in Mesquite, where I live. My daughter lives less than a half a mile away, and they want me to come. And I have another child, my youngest son, who lives probably about 3 miles away. My oldest son lives in Denton, and that's about 40 miles away. But I prefer to stay home so I can take care of my babies, because I can't leave gas burning here. And I can't abandon them because they are depending on me for survival. And I'm going to take care of them. Okay, so let me show you what I did. Let's get started.
Whoa, it's a blizzard. Snow up on my front porch. We've never experienced anything like this in Texas. They even have power outages. Thank God I have gas too. I also want to show you this. I took 2 shade cloths that are 90% shade cloths out of a bag that they were balled up in. And I put them back here by my patio doors because I felt a draft every time I walked in, because there's a lot of windows. So that's something else that you can do. Do whatever you can do to try to keep the heat inside of your home when you're going through a situation like this. Okay? So the power has been on for a while now. I think this is the longest time it's been on, for about 2 hours. And yesterday I showed you guys how I put my seedlings in my dining room close to my kitchen so that I can boil water and let the steam and heat from the water keep the plants alive. And today I'm going to show you, it's Tuesday morning, about 4:30 in the morning, and I want to show you how I put some shop lights around the border, at least 3 sides of my dining room table so that I can give the plants some light. Okay, so I just did this the best way I can. If I can get something high enough, I think I have a sofa table I could put on that end and some boxes and put another light right over here to complete the square of lights. And I have about a dozen other plants on my kitchen counter. I'll show them to you in a second, where I have two small grow lights. And this is just makeshift. When the weather clears up, because we know that it will, and when the normal electricity service returns, these will go back on the shelving units that I have. And but for right now, you have to do what you have to do. It's too many plants for me to water from the bottom, so I'm just barely giving them a little water where the plant, I can see the roots are. And that's why you see them kind of damp across the top, because it's just impossible. Well, not impossible, but it's too much work for me to take a few at a time and sit them in a container and pour some water and let them absorb from the bottom. I'll be here all day, and then by the time I do one or two dozen of them, the power will be back off. So I have to do what I have to do. They have to get water from the top. I would just have to monitor real closely to make sure that, you know, nets are not multiplying. Another thing I need to tell you is, if you have a situation like this, you're going to remember me, and you're going to remember I didn't give up and I did what I had to do. When the plants start leaning, because I can't have the light surface directly over them, when they start leaning toward the light, I rotate them. Okay? I just come in here with my flashlight and just check everything when the power is off and rotate them, and then make sure when the lights come on. For example, this one is leaning a little bit to the front. So I'm going to turn it that way and then let it, you know, evenly get the light. What else I wanted to tell you? I wanted to tell you about the light source. I want to tell you about how they can lean toward the light. I want to tell you about how I water them. I'm holding off any type of nutrition. I only gave them a little diluted weak solution of comfrey tea when I potted them up. In about another 2 weeks, they're going out to the greenhouse, because this too shall pass. The bad weather will be gone. And if we get some really cold nights, it should not be below freezing temperatures, so they will be all right. And in the event that we do get some more crazy weather, what I'll do is I'm going to put these into shoe boxes, and I'll just grab the shoe boxes up and bring them in the house. Okay? Hey, I want to show you my beautiful flower arrangement my baby son brought over with my grand angels. I hadn't seen them in a long time. I seen him, and I talked with them, but I hadn't seen them in person. And it felt so good to get a good, strong hug from my grand angels. I thought it was beautiful. And one thing I can say about my children, they love their mommy. And this son, the baby one, he has never gone a Valentine's Day since my husband passed without bringing me something for Valentine's Day. And he knows I love living things, so I'm grateful. Now, let's get back to my baby seedlings. Okay, you see I have my candles, my matches are over there. I have a gallon of water. I have my teapot. Here, I have these 3 pots right here that are already on very low simmering. I'm going to turn it up so you can see. So all I have to do is just turn up the flame, because they are already warm and they are emitting a little heat. So I just keep them on low while the power is on. That's warm. And then when the power goes out, just turn up the heat. Okay. It's Tuesday morning. It's 4 o'clock a.m. and it's 4 degrees.
The end.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Bye now.